What's up, sis? It's your girl Tahirah Ahshah, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be recording this video. I recently as in just did my first ever branding slash business photo shoot, and I am so excited to be able to share my experience with you all, as well as just to give you some helpful how to prepare for your first branding slash business photo shoot tips. So if you are new in the entrepreneurship world and you're trying to figure out how to navigate your first photo shoot, or if you already done a photo shoot but your experience was horrific, this is the video for you. Okay, these tips that I am about to share with you all really help me just have an easy breezy cover girl type of photo shoot, and just the experience overall was everything that I imagine it to be. So without further ado, you guys know I am all for a very short intros. But of course, before we get into the video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button just so that you can stay up to date and notified when I drop other videos that are business related, lifestyle related, and planning related. Let's get right into it. Yeah, I am exhausted, okay? A photo shoot will really tire you out, okay? But anyway, so just getting right into the video, y'all. So my very first business photo shoot, I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10. Like, my experience was everything that I wanted it to be. I rarely had any issues as far as like the photography went, anything like that. Like, everything was just really smooth sailing, and I think it was because I just prepared for it, you know. Other than, y'all, so I live in Virginia, and we had a little like mini snowstorm maybe like 3 weeks ago, because my photo shoot was supposed to be 3 weeks ago, but then we had the little snowstorm. Then when I wanted to reschedule, it snowed again, and then the date that I wanted to reschedule to, he was booked. So then we just got around to doing it yesterday, which was this past Saturday. So yes, this is not one of the tips, but I will tell you guys, prepare in advance and prepare for just unexpected weather related things that may or may not happen. But let's get right into the tips. The very first how to prepare for your very first branding slash business photo shoot tip is location, y'all. Your location of your photo shoot is critical, okay? Because that is what's going to bring your vision to life, you know. So when you're writing your ideas down on paper or in your iPhone notes, whatever type of planner you are, make sure that you're envisioning that location, right? So one of the things that I recommend to take into consideration when it comes to location is, what is your overall vision for your shoot, right? So are you showcasing a product? Are you showcasing a service? So for example, I have a stationery company, right? I would not have a branding photo shoot in a mall or at I don't know, what's a ratchet place, at a nightclub, you know. Like, that's just not some place that I will have my photo shoot at. So just make sure that your location coincides with your brand. And I recommend having 2 different locations, right? So everyone, when they think of photo shoot, a professional photo shoot, so usually when you think of a professional photo shoot, you think of studio, you think of studio. That's one of the very first things that comes to your mind. But think outside of the box, okay? So think of lifestyle type photo shoots, right? And I recommend having both a studio and a lifestyle photo shoot. So from my photo shoot, I did a coffee shop type of situation, and then I did an in-studio situation. I just recommend that you have 2 of them. I think that is the biggest tip that I have when it comes to your location for your photo shoot. So tip number two kind of reflects the location, but this is the look, okay? Decide on your look in advance and make sure, just like the location, that your look represents your brand or the vision that you are going for your brand. So for the look, again, I recommend 2 different outfits because you're doing 2 different locations, right? So you should have an outfit for your studio and then an outfit for the lifestyle shoot. So for example, what I did was I wore this shirt for my studio pictures, and then I wore a pink blazer and slacks for my coffee shop look. And the reason why I went with pink blazer and pink slacks was because the coffee shop look was really like dark, and I mean, it's a coffee shop, so it's like really dark and brown with the nudes, and it had, you know, like the bookshelves and things like that in there. And so I wanted to pop out, right? So because a part of my brand is being your authentic self in places that you occupy, right? So even though, you know, I'm a book nerd and I like to plan and I like to journal and I love coffee, and when you think of that person, you don't think of this bubbly, you know, brown girl who loves pink, right? So that's why I wanted to show that even in those spaces, you know, you can still be yourself. So again, just having your story and having your vision a part of your look and a part of your location. And I will also recommend that your outfit kind of, I mean, it reflects your brand, so it should reflect your brand colors as well. So let's say if you have an Instagram page or a Facebook page that is all red and white, but then you wear blue to your photo shoot, that's going to clash with your page, right? So just make sure that your colors that you wear coincide or reflect your brand colors, and then again, your overall vision for your brand. And the very last tip for your look is, how do I put this nicely? Just look better than you do on like a regular day, y'all. So like, get your makeup done, get your nails done, get your hair done, like look the part, right? Because when someone buys from you, they're not just buying the product, they're buying you as well, right? So not like buying you, but you guys know what I mean. They are like buying the look that you're selling as well. So you definitely want to make sure that you are looking the part. And as far as the look, when you're deciding on your 2 different looks, I recommend trying to get 2 looks, because you want one for like just branding, right? And then you want one for like kind of that's like showcasing the product that you offer. So the first look, you know, you can showcase, like if someone says, hey, send me a headshot because I want to put you on our flyer now that you're going to be at the pop-up shop. You can send them, you know, just a picture of you, whether it's just you holding your product or just you standing by yourself. You can use that picture for that. And then your other pictures, you know, when you're posting on your business page and stuff like that. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so that's it for the look, y'all. Let's move on to the photographer, y'all. Who you choose as a photographer is critical, simply because, like I was saying from my experience, most photographers or just business owners in general, like, I don't know what it is, but like business owners are getting really snobby these days, like especially when it comes to like rescheduling, canceling appointments, things like that. I'm just not with it, okay? And so choosing a photographer, right? Choose someone who you are most comfortable with. I wouldn't necessarily go with the most popular, right? So this photographer that I ended up going with, he wasn't my first choice. I reached out to 2 other photographers. One, so the value that I was going to get for her prices just wasn't what I was looking for. And I was only going to get like 10 pictures, and if I wanted 2 separate locations, then that was going to be an extra fee, and if I wanted additional pictures, it was going to be extra for each additional edit. No ma'am, I couldn't afford that. So I went with who I could afford, but I am so happy that I did, y'all, because the pictures came out amazing. I got the most bang for my buck, and he is just so cool and down to earth. There's a misconception that if you go on someone's booking site and their prices are extremely high, that they're the best photographer, and that's not necessarily the case. So again, go with your pockets and go with your gut and go with who you're most comfortable with. And I love the experience. So he allowed, you know, my husband to come. Again, he was very flexible with the schedule change. He actually told me about the coffee shop that I had reached out to do the second shoot, or to do like the lifestyle shoot with, So he recommended them, and like he knew the area well. So those are like some things that I recommend that you look into when dealing with a photographer. And then definitely, you know, just sticking with your budget. Again, just seeing the value and getting the most bang for your buck when it comes to your photographer, because you have to stretch those pictures out, y'all, and have, you know, content. Like, you have to be able to create content with those pictures. And that was my biggest thing. I did not want to pay an arm and a leg for pictures and then I'm recycling pictures like every couple of weeks. That's not what I want. So I wanted, you know, the most bang for my buck. And then the other photographer that I reached out to, I never got a response back. So that was a big red flag. Like, yeah, I can't do business with that person. So yeah, I stuck with the photographer that I was most comfortable with, and I am just very happy that I did so. So tip number 4, y'all, please collaborate with other small businesses. So reach out to other small businesses as you are preparing for your photo shoot, whether it's another, you know, up and coming photographer, local boutique for your clothing or for your outfits, the hair, the makeup, the studio or the space for your lifestyle shoot. All of those can be collaborated with other brands. Not only does it put your name out there, but you could also like kind of do like a swap for a service. So like a service for influence type of situation, right? I didn't do that, but now that I'm thinking about it, that is definitely a good idea. Let's say if you reach out to like a local boutique owner, right? And you're like, hey, I really love that jogger suit. I'm doing a photo shoot. You know, can I get a discount on the jogger shoot in exchange for, you know, influence? So, you know, I tag you in my pictures, you know, I promote your brand, and then you could even use, you know, some of my photos on your website to promote your jogger suit. Small business collaboration, y'all. Okay, so that is definitely a good idea. I wish I would have thought of that. And the second reason why I suggest that you reach out to other small businesses is because their pricing is going to be a little bit different than if you're reaching out to big business, right? So I was able to secure that coffee shop just by myself with no other customers inside of it for $50. Okay, so again, make sure that you are reaching out to other small businesses because they may want that influence. The same for, you know, getting your hair and your makeup done. All of those things can be done. I reached out to one of my good friends who made my sweatshirt. Of course, I paid her for it, but I'm going to be tagging her in my pictures. Just collaborate with other small businesses. So tip number 5, last but not least, this is probably one of my favorite tips, y'all. Take an assistant. Okay, take an assistant. Like, if you, and I joke about it, my assistant / husbander came with me and he was amazing, y'all. Definitely take an assistant. And this also, I guess, comes with choosing your photographer as well, because my photographer allowed my husband to create a lot of content behind the scenes for me. Even when, I mean, my husband is not like social media savvy whatsoever. So I had to like show him how to, you know, conduct my reels and save this draft and, you know, do, you know, time lapse on my iPhone and take these pictures. So I had to stop a lot, and my photographer, you know, was really, really cool with that. But definitely take an assistant. He helped with props, like setting up props for my studio session. He helped with kind of like just maneuvering tables when it came to the lifestyle shoot at the coffee shop. He drove me there. So like, yeah, y'all, just take an assistant, because especially when it comes to creating that content. So that is really, really important, to have an assistant and just someone who is like super supportive and who just like believes in you, because you want that positive energy at your shoot. But those are the 5 tips. Just to summarize: choosing the location, choosing the look, choosing the right photographer, what was the other one? Hiring an assistant, and collaborating with other brands. Those are definitely the top 5 that saved me and that allowed me to just have the perfect first photo shoot experience. I do want to thank you all for watching my video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so that you stay up to date on future business related, planning related, and lifestyle videos. Without further ado, here are some behind the scene clips that my assistant / husbander was able to get. Thank you for watching. Peace.